What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Ah, man, we got some stuff to go over. Y'all, welcome to Kangaroo Court. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all, come on in and hit that like button. A few videos to watch for updates regarding Nolan Wells. I do have a copy of the autopsy report. I think that Ben Crump was getting, or he had done. Somebody paid for it. Hope all is well. The DA has came out, made a statement. Then there's a 911 call, boat call. Then a weird video. Can't make this up. So we got a lot to get into, you all. So we can get to our watch party this evening. Lord have mercy. Mindy, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing? What's the deal with this? Okay. I want to make sure we get the DA up there. Hope I was well. Y'all come on into the chat. Oh man, this is gonna be something else. So, a little background on Nolan Wells. He was found. First, he came up missing. I think they reported him missing, and then he was found around 4th of July weekend. On a remote island. They go out to party, drink. Boaters are out there. And it was for the 4th of July holiday. And so there are a lot of questions around the friends that he was with out there. And I think one of the friends stated it was like 3 boats of kids, 3 boats of people that went out. So that whole beginning story is just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. It's hard to follow. Because, I mean, I've seen videos where some of the kids are saying they spent the night and he was on their boat. And then there was a video saying, well, no, he actually was on another boat going to the island. I'm confused. So, as opposed to me getting into the confusion, I would rather focus on the DA and the grand jury and the autopsy results, the information that is more concrete for me to be able to understand. And go from there. All right. So I do have the Ben Crump uploaded this autopsy online. And honestly, it was just more so inconclusive. It's undetermined for cause and manner of death. And I don't think the actual autopsy, the initial autopsy done by the medical examiner has been concluded. It's Sarah Fields is on it. Oh man. Let me see what's on X. In the meantime, you guys make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. If you don't mind, hit that like button as you come in, and everybody speak to everybody in the chat. Oh God, we got oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay. We'll go over to do we have a watch party on Erica Kirk's speech? What was that? We watched. This is a whole new speech. Make heaven crowded. Okay. We can do that one tomorrow. Yeah, it is something else. She took one of y'all said, Candace, you go to court Monday? Candace, you ain't going to court. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, let's see. The heavy crowded. What's going on at the heavy crowded thing? What the? Who is this person? Y'all say, hold on. Okay, hold on. We'll do that in the next live. I'm gonna do it in the next live. We're gonna cover that in the next live. Good God. Let's get Nolan Wells in. This young man, we definitely advocating for whatever occur. I want the truth to come out and nothing but the truth. So I'm gonna stick to the like facts, tangible things that I can, you know, look up or read about. Hopefully, the grand jury will get subpoenas out and going. Hey, Sassy, how you doing, honey? Mandy, his body was so decayed, y'all. It's crazy. What's going on, right? How you doing, Albert? What's popping? Jim, welcome back. Welcome back. You will have to skip to. Yeah, I saw the video. I'm like, I thought that was older heckling. One of the female heckling in one. This one looks like a gentleman. We'll get to it in the next live. Man, what is going on? But he's just going to heckle this woman. Like, man, that's harassment. Candice. Oh, you dummy. Let's get to this, y'all. Shout out to the DA for putting out a statement. We all want the information to be put out and transparency. Let's go.
As District Attorney for the 19th Circuit Court District of Mississippi, I want to talk directly to the people of Jackson County. Our community is grieving the tremendous loss of Nolan Wells, who is loved and treasured by everyone. Nolan's family deserves answers, and our community deserves answers. Every death in the county, except those of natural causes and non-criminal car wrecks, are presented to your grand jury. Many people don't know that. We have handled death investigations in this manner my entire career. Nolan's case is being handled the same way, with the same care and the same commitment to the truth that we handle all death investigations. I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands. Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him. Every piece of evidence must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. Our responsibility to Nolan and our community is to complete this investigation thoroughly, carefully, without compromise, supported by the evidence and worthy of the confidence of the people we serve. I also understand that many people have questions about why more information has not been released publicly. In Mississippi, the rules of professional conduct restrict the information a prosecutor can release during an investigation. Our restraint in communicating facts and evidence is not an effort to keep the truth from the public. It is an effort to protect the integrity of this investigation and the grand jury proceeding.
Yeah, and y'all understand that because we talk about that all the time here in the LLC. There's a reason why certain evidence cannot be released to the public, especially if you're talking about trying to get an indictment. Because the grand jury can indict someone, but it's the jury that needs to see that evidence. Releasing it to the public too soon can create a bias, and it can alter the people sitting on that grand jury's perspective of the evidence. You don't want that. You want this done the right way. And there are federal laws that determine how evidence is preserved in criminal cases. Federal laws. And then each state has their prospective laws on how that's done as well. Plus, you have federal rules of criminal procedure that has to be followed. When it comes to evidence that the jury needs to review, they don't want the public to see it before the jury. It's not to say it would never get out. It's not to say that it would never be released. But it is to preserve that so that no one is out here barking about, Oh, it doesn't even look like an arm. That looks like a pinky toe. Like, you don't need to create any bias of it, any preconceived notions of that evidence. Let the jury see it. It's all about patience. That's just having the respect for the rule of law so that this thing can occur the right way. Because if they do indict somebody, it needs to be undeniable. The evidence needs to line up. And then, of course, with criminal matters, you got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So you want them to get all the evidence they can to meet their burden if they end up indicting anybody. So it's just a matter of having some patience and waiting and just having that respect for the rule of law so that we don't jump the gun when we're reviewing information like this. And whatever is submitted with the autopsy, you want the jury to see it first. Because then they can determine based on the autopsy and then the evidence and circumstances surrounding the case and how he was found and the condition to which he was found in, looking at the video evidence, text messages and posts and all these things, the communication between the parents, police calls, police reports, all that stuff. Then they can say, here's what we're able to do. Does that make sense? Get the phone. It's not to say they don't want to release it, because it ends up happening that way. Information gets released with cases all the time, but it's not immediate. So however this goes, they got a grand jury on it that's going to look at it. And if they determine there's sufficient evidence to meet at least probable cause to go ahead and indict somebody, they'll do it. If not, then they'll say, here's why. Does that make sense? So we don't just persecute for the sake of persecute. It needs to be done the right way. All right, DA lady, come on.
As your district attorney, I have an ethical obligation to avoid public statements that could influence witnesses, prejudice a proceeding, or compromise the fairness of the legal process. My obligation extends to and requires me to use reasonable care to ensure investigating agencies avoid making those statements and releasing information as well. These rules exist to protect the search for the truth, not to prevent it. As divided as the discussion surrounding Nolan's death has become, I know we all want the same thing, to understand what happened to Nolan. With that being our shared goal, we must also share in the goal of protecting the integrity of how the truth is discovered. If we sacrifice the integrity of the process in effort to satisfy today's questions, we risk undermining the confidence in tomorrow's answers. When the public asks, what about this? Or have they looked at that? Or did they think about this? The answer is yes. Those are the same questions investigators ask. The difference is that we can't publicly discuss the evidence, the interviews, or what those efforts have uncovered while the investigation is underway. Again, our restraint
and think about it like this. Let's say it was 5 of them out there. Keep this in mind, y'all. 5 of them out there. Or 4. Oh, he was what, 3, 4? How many kids was on the boat? On that one boat. It was like 4 total. So the other 3. Let's say one tells on the other and says something. And I'm speaking hypothetically here. Hypothetically speaking. In a fake scenario. Let's say all 3 brought in. One tells on the other. Us demanding that we know what each of them said could cause the case to be the testimony they gave to be compromised. Because if one is telling on the other or getting, ratting somebody out, it gives a heads up to that other person. And then what if they leave town? See why we shouldn't do things just because emotions and jump ahead of things? So if one of the boys decides to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest. The other 2, they planned on dragging him to the sea turtles. So if that interrogation is released, The other two are going to leave. That happens all the time. When people think they might be up creek, they're going to run. You don't want that. I would love to see the interrogation of everybody because I enjoy watching, investigators interrogate people. But not if it means there may have been some information shared. We don't need to know right now that can give a heads up to the other people. And then they don't want to cooperate. So this also ensures some level of trust being built so you can get the most information out of the witnesses, out of his friends that we was out there with, even suspects. Putting that stuff out there, and it's like, just because the public is demanding to know, well, everybody didn't go to law school. Everybody is not a doctor or a medical examiner. People that are demanding it the most, they don't work in that field. So they don't really care or have a regard for why it goes the way it works. Why you have federal rules of criminal procedure. They don't understand half of the legalese, but they just want to see stuff. No.
Sharing details of the investigation is not a refusal to share the truth. It is our commitment to protect the process that allows the truth to be known with confidence. There's a lot of information out there, and there is a heck of a lot of misinformation out there. Mm-hmm. I simply want the community I serve to know that this investigation is being handled with the care, professionalism, and commitment to the truth that every family in Jackson County deserves. As we continue this important work, Nolan's family, his friends, and all who loved him remain in our prayers.
Well said.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hello, sir.
Okay, y'all, this is the call for a boat call. Now, here's the thing I guess can be cleared up. Mindy, did they say it was 3 boats of kids? They were all one big group, right? And it was 3 boats of kids. Can you confirm that? What's going on? Oh, Johnny Walker Dread here, honey. Y'all, listen. Shout out to Johnny Walker Dread. He's been reporting on this as well. Make sure you guys go show him some love and support. Check out his YouTube channel. He has a whole playlist on this. And make sure you guys give him a like. Make sure you guys are liking this live stream right now. Like this live stream for me, please. Thank you so much. It is free to do. I'm already lost a job. Johnny Walker, I lost my job. I got to get another job. I got to get something. So this will help out a lot just by hitting the like button. It is free to do, you all. Thank y'all so much, so much. I appreciate it. I just punched out a video on this press release. I haven't seen the transcripts. I'm burnt with work right now. Oh, man. Yeah. And I heard he in the crowd. Yeah, I can't watch the video of Ben Crump reading it. I tried and I couldn't. I couldn't understand half of what he said. Just found this on the day of the 8 UVU. Hold on. Oh, okay. Email that to me, Mindy. I can bring it up in the next one. There we go. Tatum did 2 interviews, part 1 and 2. I can't deal with Tatum. I ain't even gonna lie. Brandon Tatum get on my nerve. He get on my nerve. He a whole clown. And he's sitting back letting all this crap happen with Candace. Like, he a clown. Can't take him seriously. But thank you though. Maybe y'all want to see it. If y'all want to go see it, listen. Brandon Tatum did a part 1 and a part 2 interview with whom was it? Who did he do it with? Who were the interviews with? Was it? What is his parents? Who did he interview? I know he didn't interview Ben Crump. It was with one of the kids. Oh, okay. Y'all make sure y'all go check out the interview on Brandon Tatum he did with the kids. Brandon Tatum is not giving me a headache. The boy with the cap. Oh, in the photo. Okay. So this one right here. Over here on the end. All righty. Warren. His name's Warren. All right. So it's two parts of an interview Brandon Tatum did with Warren. The one on the end there with the hat on. How are these kids minors now or what? Are they all because they drinking beers and stuff? But they got to be at least 21, right? Or are they telling on themselves? Y'all, teach your kids don't drink anything before they turn 21. If they're not 21, they should not have this beer in their hand. How old are they? I thought it was in aren't they in college? But they're not 21 though. Child. It's not worth it. Now you all over a photo and you're not even 21 drinking alcohol. Lord have mercy. Let's get back to this, y'all. This is the 911 boat call. Okay. Nolan Wells 911 boat call. Who's the person that called in? Is that the boat driver? Okay, we're gonna hit it.
Hello. Okay.
How many adults on board?
There are 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hey, we're at the...
He said nobody here is over 21. So it's underage drinking? What? They were underage drink. What I tell y'all? Tell your kids don't be out here drinking before they turn 21. That's a whole nother thing. Underage drinking is a crime. What? These damn kids out here nowadays. Johnny Walker Dread, back in my day, you didn't do this stuff before you turned 21. Damn kids. Y'all know I gotta get my mama on. I got 2 boys. I gotta get my mama on. It was an energy, it could have been an energy drink. Jim trying to throw cover, y'all. He said, hey, it could have been an energy drink now. Okay, later look. And maybe it wasn't beer. Maybe they poured energy drink in the can. And then the can was like filled with Kool-Aid. It looks like it's a Monster energy drink. Oh, okay, cool. I hope so. I hope it's not a beer. They said he was drunk and he was not 21. He shouldn't have been drinking. Lord have mercy. These kids nowadays, Bella. You were 14. Come on, man. Boston said Tatum tried to interview Ben. He refused. Why? Why? He's an attorney. Why would he refuse? Child, you can't make that up. He should have taken the interview. Ben Crump should have taken the interview. And then, if you don't agree with something Tatum says, then you don't agree with it, right? But take the interview. Why would you not? You can't make this. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, let's get back to the call. That dude said no one over here is over 21.
West tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on that count, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't have the tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Hey, Bella.
Reach me at 2.
Okay, so who is he talking on the phone? This kid here, is he the one that made the call? They make it seem like Nolan Wells made the call. That don't sound like him. Oh, you can't make this up. They were out there sinking. Is this audio we're listening to? Adorable. This is it, right? The call. Is there another call? I want to hear all the audio. How much audio is out there?
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Where's that call?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
What? He sounds
If
intoxicated.
not, I can send you a text message.
Was he drunk?
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 30 degrees by
I can't hear him.
4672.
All right. 4672. All right. And you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Y'all hear it?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have
Are
good
they
cell phone
syncing?
reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north.
Yeah.
And then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right. Looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right. Is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We are sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the
sinking.
question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right. Have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right. Where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor, or Fort Bayou Lawn.
All right. How many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question.
Where is it?
Hello, can you hear me?
What?
Gotta jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yep, I just need you to answer these questions so I can get you over to the captain.
Okay.
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
There's 0 adults on board.
There's nobody on board the boat?
No. Nobody
right.
here is over the age of 21.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat?
Hello?
Oh my God.
Is there a living person, someone breathing on the boat? Is there anybody on the boat?
Yes, there's lots of people breathing on the boat.
All right, how many people,
How many?
sir?
Like 7.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
All right. Verify what boat's sinking.
A Triton, 22-foot offshore, 22-foot Triton offshore sea flight hull.
All right. All right.
So no
Please
Coast
hold.
Guard
I'm
around
transferring
either.
you to the local captain now.
Okay, thank you.
This is Captain Seth.
Hi, Captain Seth. This is Vicky from International. How you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I apologize ahead of time. I really do. You're going to have a fee for service come up under Jerry.
Okay.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island. He's letting me know that his father's a member, but he can't give me any information. And he's saying the boat is sinking, and he's on Horn Island. It's just unfortunate. He's just a kid. It's a lot.
Why didn't he get his dad to text him the information? But there was no. He's on a phone, clearly, right? Or was it something on the boat? So he couldn't get his dad to text it out or call the company. Well, who's talking here? Who are they calling? International, is that a company? Yeah, that reception is garbage out there. Good grief. So what? Where is Coast Guard? Is there no Coast Guard anywhere near? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They call for help. Did the Coast Guard get a signal or call or something like that? They fixed the boat. What?
Going on. So
Right.
he said there's about a lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24 footer, but that's all he can give me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat, and
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that
Mhm.
Jerry. Yeah, he said
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So
Oh,
I'm
right.
guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah,
Or,
they're in a panic. He's saying the
So-
bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said
I
no,
don't know
but he's
anything
just
about
really
boating.
upset on the back
I never
end.
said I know anything about boating. Boston Love. When did I say I know something about voting? I don't know anything about voting. That's why I'm asking questions. That's. I mean, isn't that an indication I don't know anything if I'm asking questions? It's an opportunity for everybody to learn. And I never profess to be anybody that know anything about a damn boat. That's weird to say that. That's why I'm asking questions. If you understand how boating works, then put in the information so we can all learn.
And I get it. It's
Okay.
a kid. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Do you still have him on the line?
Yes, I still have him on the line. And again, I couldn't find. He couldn't give me anything regarding his grandfather's, membership. So it's just under Jerry fee for service.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just talked to. If you want to, I mean, I'm not. We're so tied up right now. We can't really do any non-member
like all the extra
jobs
hostility.
right now.
This is ridiculous.
Is Jerry a member? Did you find out if he was a member or not?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's his boat or what. I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, transfer the kid over. I'll talk to him, and then I'll call his grandpa back as well.
All right.
So
And
the
did you want me to
grandpa
look
said-
up Jerry?
The grandfather said they didn't need any help. But he's talking to somebody from some international, whatever company. I don't know what that is. I guess it's like AAA for boats. International. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sounds like that international is like a AAA for boating. A sinking boat don't refuse towing. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. So are they sinking or not? So everything was fixed?
Jerry's membership number or anything like that to see if he's up? I know you guys are
You can
swamped.
try this cell phone number.
Yes, sir.
So the grandpa saying one thing, this boy saying something else, or whoever's calling saying something else. Why aren't the relatives talking? Why didn't the grandpa call the grandson? Say, hey, are you sure you don't need help? Because I told him you didn't need help.
Anything on this phone number?
Float by the boat with your driver's license.
All right. Yep. Jerry. Yeah, he's an active member. Hold on.
What kind of boat do you have on there? Same boat?
Yeah, he's one. Yeah, he's one of your members. Yep, 22-foot Triton. All right. I'll just disregard this one. I'm gonna send you over
What
an
happened? with the
accurate
boat?
one under this Jerry Ackerson one. Okay, he's one of your members. You'll get in a couple minutes. Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right. And yeah, just transfer this kid over whenever you get a chance.
All right. Transferring now. Thank you again, Captain.
All
Stay
righty.
safe out there. It's crazy. Have a drink.
Oh, it's wild.
Weird. Child, what's the recent call? There's another call. Where is it?
Well, it's
Y'all say this is audio.
also hear what sounds like someone asking whether he is dead and another person telling Wyatt to check his chest. There is so much happening in this call, and what we appear to hear does not match the account Warren gave during his interview. This audio may also help answer several major questions. Why did the group suddenly say they no longer needed assistance? Why did we see them leave the boat launch near Eli Jax's home but never saw them return? And why was there a quick detour involving the allegedly sinking boat after they docked, taking it from Jax's house to Fort Bayou? Investigators, either critical details are being overlooked or the public has
Where's the call?
authenticated, and if the background statements that I've interpreted are correct, then we are demanding immediate investigation, clear answers, and several arrests. Let's go.
Connect you.
What?
CISO assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have.
What?
CISO assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson.
So this
Try
is
that.
right before he does the
All
call.
right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't
All
have the
right,
tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay.
Okay, that was right. This part is before he makes the call to what we just heard in the other video.
CISO assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
There was somebody in the background. The question is, who authenticated this call? Where did she say she got this from? Is there another video of this? Or is this the only one? Hold on, let me. It's so high pitched.
Vicky speaking. Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hello, sir.
Hello. Okay.
How many
what's
adults
going
on board?
There are 0 adults on board.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hello,
Let's
sir.
see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hear the audio from another video And this one's got music playing over it.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the.
There's people in the back. I hear a female in the background. This is a totally different video. I'm gonna slow it down because I want to hear clearly. There is somebody. It was some people in the background. Hold on. I'm gonna slow this down. And the closed captions are on, so let me slow it all the way down. As far as it'll go. 0.25 speed. It's as slow as I can get it. All right, y'all ready? Because I hear a female in the background. I just want to hear what the heck is being said. Okay? So we're gonna slow it all the way down and listen for ourselves. Hold on.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, it's she's talking and it's another female in the background and they're overlapping. That's what's happening. And of course, the person on the phone, Cito, whomever, she would be the best person that can accurately give a description of what she's hearing in the background because she will be able to hear them clearer than we can. We're hearing her overlap the other female.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey,
All right, she spoke right before he came in and said no.
hey.
Oh, y'all heard that? That's a female's voice.
Help you.
Y'all heard that? Vicky is this dispatch. It's a female in the background. But in the beginning, Vicky from Cito is overlapping with the female in the background. There was just one snippet of a moment where you could hear her separately from Vicky. I slowed it down, but I can hear it. I listen to calls like this for interrogations. Mindy, you know I do this for fun, girl. This is crazy.
Hey, we're the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far?
Y'all hear that in the background? See, this is what I'm saying. She's overlapping with the person in the background.
All right, of course. How far is the work?
What she say? Let's go.
We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Did she say let's go?
Hello?
What'd you say? Hey.
Is the... Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on...
Why is he not more panicked than this? He is just too calm for a boat sinking. I would be freaked out. I would be yelling, "This is Titanic all over again, Jesus!" Are you kidding me? Y'all wouldn't be able to hear nothing but me in the background. Are you kidding me? I'm just being logical here. You put me on the boat. Don't tell me that boat's sinking. Get me to land. I want to go home. You said 30 feet of water. What the hell? I didn't come out here to end up in the bottom of the ocean. Get me out of here. Where's ground at? We can see grass. Can we just float ourselves over? Yeah, I would be having a whole fit. I'm sorry. I'd be crying to Jesus. Why do you, Lord? I'm not playing at all. You hear me? Yeah, I have never been on a cruise because the idea of this damn boat going down, the idea of that boat swinging side by side in the water is enough to keep my ass away from a cruise ship. Are you kidding me? I'm just telling it like it is right now. Okay? You wouldn't be able to hear shit this Vicky lady is saying because I would be the one in the background yelling and screaming for Jesus. I'll be singing all kinds of hymns. I'm saying the Lord's Prayer 15 times. Take me now. Take me now. Don't let me down. Man, help. I'm telling y'all, I would have had a whole panic attack. I'd be there. You can't make this sound. Why is he so calm? Jim said, hell to the dog, no. Hell no. Get me off this damn boat. You mighty cavalier about this. You just said we sinking. The devil is a liar. I'm going home. Listen, can we get picked up by airplane? Forget the help. Can you send us a chopper? Throw down the little raft thing and just haul me up. That's it. Bye. Y'all can figure this out. I'm getting off. You can't make this up. Was there no other boats around? Y'all. I be calling for flight assistance. No, we need choppers to come out here. Can you get the U.S. Air Force? Is the Air Force available? Bring everybody. I want to get off. Go get me a helicopter. What the hell? Why is he so calm? Listen, I applaud him not panicking. But come on, man. This is like unusual. Oh, my boys will be screaming to the heavens. I have 2 boys, y'all. I'm telling y'all. One of them about to turn 18 this year. My son will be calling me, Mom, we can't get off this boat. I'm stuck on a boat. Nobody else calling their parents. I don't hear nobody talking to nobody else. Ain't nobody calling their parents and saying, you won't believe this. We got out here. We're stuck out here. What the hell? I'm going to slow it down a little bit more.
Can you get...
We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
I heard, let's go.
Hello?
And he's seriously distracted. Obviously, there's something major going on where he's this distracted to where he cannot answer questions in this call. You asking for help. You cavalier about it. You mighty calm. And you're distracted because she's repeating questions, flat out. Like you got to pry that out of me. I'll be running it off. He's obviously paying attention to something going on in the background. That's obvious. Because, kids like that. We all get easily distracted. You tell me a boat sinking though. I don't know if I'm gonna be paying attention to like you talking about let's I thought I heard let's go. I could be wrong. But ain't that much distraction in the world. Your boat is sinking. Like, okay, let's everybody get the life jackets on. I would be saying stuff like that. It's broad daylight. It wasn't dark, was it? Was it dark when they was out here? It was still daylight, right? Thank you, Mindy. Y'all go check that out. Drunk is all get out. Ain't gonna start nothing. Yeah, I encourage you all to go check. I can't stand Brandon Tatum, but you guys go check out his interview he did with this young man. What's his name? Warren. Go check it out. That way you can gain perspectives from both sides. I always believe it's best to be able to kind of get both sides of the story. These kids were raised by and in water. Yeah, your job is to go down with the ship. Johnny Walker Jr. said the captain goes down. Is that why the kid was so calm? He the captain. Let's go. What's said in the background? I think they said let's go. I'm with you, Jim. I think I heard the person saying let's go in the background. You can't make this up. If he was still on this boat, do they have cameras? There no cameras on the boats? I'm asking. This is crazy. What are there cameras on these boats? Like I know that some of these newer boats have got to have some camera on it. I could be wrong. I'm asking a question. Would there not be any camera on here? Is there any way to collect data from the boat itself? Yeah, what is that called? I know it's a black box for planes and cars. Is there something where data is being collected about the boat that they can pull, like a data box or something like that? Yes. Oh, on that small, not on a boat that small. What type of boat is this? Well, y'all said fishing. It's a fishing boat. Oh, what I understood, the rest of the kids bailed except the ones that got it to shore. They have pulled the GPS records. Okay, it's a black box. Oh, okay, cool. It's a black. Okay, got it. Because I was about to say that they should have something on these newer looking, boats with surveillance, right? Cell phone pings can track all movements. Yep. So there are no cameras on the boats. There's no camera on any of these boats or any neighboring boats near this one. They wouldn't have a camera. Whomever sponsored the trip will probably be held responsible for underage drinking. Yeah. Tried it. Ooh, that's why I was like, how old are these kids? They out here telling on themselves. You think they wouldn't say that? Okay, y'all, let's get back to it. Because I heard somebody say, let's go.
Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkinson. I think it's Jerry Atkinson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership guaranteed. I don't have to tag on
Unless you have a membership number.
Did you hear that, Jim?
Membership guaranteed.
One.
I don't have.
Is that one? He said one.
Right, unless you have a membership number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
They muted this because he gave out his phone number.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's
How many? All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
Did someone say Warren?
Coast Guard.
No, we do not need that.
Hold on.
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States?
Did y'all hear that? Warren. Was he saying Warren or water? Or warning?
Do you need the United States?
What was that? Warren? He said Warren. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Okay. Yep, he said Warren. Okay. As long as I'm not alone. They were calling him all through the call. Yep. Okay, cool. That's the benefit of being able to hear different videos of the call, and you might pick up something different in another video. But this is one of the reasons why I slowed it down, to try to be able to catch things being said in the background in between her talking. There's still a female on this boat. He said ultimately it was 7 people, right?
Coast Guard.
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go.
If not, I can send you a text message.
What do you say? No.
If not, I can send you a text message.
Let me go.
If not, I can send you a text.
Is that a rule? No, Nolan. Y'all heard that? I heard a clear audio on someone's channel. Little girl asking, "Is he dead?" Scream, Nolan. Yo, we just heard that one. Yo. Or no. One of them. So when he went to go get the coordinates, there was a silence, as if he muted himself on his phone. Because I should still hear the conversation going if he is walking past these people. Does that make sense? He said, "Let me go look." And it's just silent on his end. You hear the Vicky lady breathing, but you don't hear anything on his background until he comes back on the phone.
Let me go.
Y'all hear that? Nothing on his end.
If not, I can send you a text message.
He's saying go.
I can send you a text message.
Go.
North, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North, 3 degrees, 5 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
It's unusually quiet.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees.
It's like unusually quiet now. In the beginning, you hear a whole lot of chatter up until you get to around almost the 2 minute mark, and then it just kind of tampers out. Ooh, child. Hey, just read, don't stop. How y'all doing? There's really no sounds of distress. That's what I'm saying. Jim's got earbuds in. It's unusually quiet around that 2 minute mark. Like if people were there, they got off, or they just kind of sat there silently.
Yeah,
This is 2 minute mark.
sorry. What?
Hello, can you hear
You
me?
might say, "Hey, something."
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north. And then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
I don't hear anything in the background. What was that sound? It sounded like a car driving. Yeah, I don't know. They on the water, right?
0.79.
Or okay, it could have been like a
Right. Looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on?
we're
that is that the sound of a smaller boat like passing by? Yes, that sound like another boat passing by. Did y'all see that? Hear that? Like or a car passing by. It could be a boat. A boat. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go with the X right quick. Hold on.
by 88 degrees by 46.79.
You hear that whiz in the background? It's like similar to somebody cutting grass, but it is obvious something with a motor. Y'all heard that?
And then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Y'all heard it? Y'all hear that? It sounds like a motor running, huh? Yeah, off in the distance. So there was no boat operable near them that could have picked them up. Yeah, I heard that humming in the background. It's a motor. That's what I'm saying. How far was that other boat we just heard? Because then that means, like, if I see a boat sinking, that's not usual. You know, like you're gonna try to go over there and help them out and see what's going on, right? Child, they made it sound like it was just these out there. There were hundreds. There was a lot of people out there. It was like boats lined up. It's so weird. Like, if you are sinking, you know, you got all these boats out here. Somebody's gonna just go over there and help and get the people off the boat, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, come get me off this boat. Hold on. Let me go to, if there's a clearer video. So one of you all say there's a clearer video. Can you tell me who? How you doing, Just V? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the 2 jewels. Thank you. Mindy says, I just saw a picture on Vernon's Substack where the boat was being towed and there was no Nolan on that boat. Sounds of water. Did I miss something? Okay. This is so the bilge pump can be plugged. You let them know just in case. I've had this issue on my older ski boat. These aren't yachts. If something happened, it happened on the island, and yes, another could tow you in. Okay. Bilge? Am I saying that wrong? Bilge? Huh? Is that in the motor or something? I don't know boats. Yeah, I'm just not boats is not something I'm familiar with at all. I just know I don't want to be on one. You can't make this up. So this is Sarah Fields. I had to pause my music to hear that. Bilge. Did that do it? Like, no, lady luck, that ain't it. Bill with a G pump. Oh, okay. Bilge. If Nolan told them he was going with someone else, what are they expected to do? I don't know. If the boat's sinking, everybody need to get off. All need to go. I would have been off that boat, Johnny Walker Dread. You said it's sinking? Oh, okay, y'all have a good day. Can somebody come pick me up? Can we get any other boat? Any other boat? Bring a jet ski. I don't care. Before I call a chopper. We ain't doing this. I'm getting the hell off. Oh my God. Injured person goes first. So if he was injured on the boat, he go first, and then I'm going next. Jabu. I'm not standing on that boat. The injured person goes first. Then I'm gonna go. But don't leave it without me. Damn it. I'm going to. He just take him first. Then I'm gonna go. You know, in the world, man. She also claimed Nolan wasn't friends with Warren, even though they spent time together 3 times a week. They very quickly distanced themselves from certain people, and I think we all know why. This is so terrible for Warren. He wasn't even able to attend the funeral because of death threats towards him and his family, and Nolan's family. Did nothing to stop it. What is this? Christine Wells Wansley. I don't know who that is. Who's this? You're saying this is Ashley Cole. If or when you ever want to talk to me, this is my number. This is July 7th at 8:59 p.m.
We've heard different accounts of how long he's known them. And I was wondering also if you folks have spoken to those families since they lawyered up.
High school friends.
I would have called helicopter.
Say that second part again.
Have they talked to the families? No.
Last question.
They all could have gotten off. I know. I think most of them left. Sound like it was
We've heard
quiet.
different accounts of how long he's known them. And I was wondering also if you folks have spoken to those families since they lawyered up.
High school friends.
Say that second part again.
Have they talked to the families? No.
Last question.
But the parents, again, they've offered, and I need to correct myself because I think yesterday in one of the interviews, I think I said that maybe none of them, I want to say 2 or 3 of them have reached out. Just the first one expressing their condolences, another one just saying, hey, give me a call if and when you're ready, type of deal. And then another one just, sorry for your loss, but hey, we need to talk type of thing. And you know what? it hasn't, are we at a week? Like my brain is mush. We're all over the place emotionally. This has been a difficult situation. Like I cannot express how hard this has been on not just us as parents, but also his siblings. They are struggling too with the fact that they do not have their brother. But the parents.
Wow. So she corrected it. I haven't even been keeping up with what's going on a whole lot with this, with the parents. I don't understand Ben Crump. He tried to read the autopsy, and I was like, dude, I can't understand what you're saying. Speak English or clearly or something. So just so you all can see, I got a copy of this. It's online. It's on his website. As you all can see up there, Ram Consulting. Ben Crump posted this up. It's a preliminary report done by Dr. Roger A. Mitchell Jr., board certified forensic pathologist, Ram Consulting LLC. If you all want, here is the link to the document. You can read it. I'm waiting on the one from the medical examiner to be released, but I will wait because it has been placed under seal. All right. So let me go back to this video or to this tab over here. Now, stuff like this. I'm sorry. All right. We don't know who this is on the ground. You can't see the person. This is on Taylor House Publishing. You can't see who it is.
Okay, so what you're looking at is allegedly a video of Nolan Wells.
That doesn't look like him at all. This don't even like the kids he was hanging out with.
On Horns Island.
That don't look like him. He had more hair than that. Who posted this up?
In the sand.
This is weird. That's the stuff that's out here, and it's like, man, they don't even. You can't tell nothing. And he didn't look that dark. It's so weird. People stuff out, man. Hold on. All right, so here's some information on the grand jury, because that's what you want at this point. You guys get the link for the autopsy. Like I said, feel free to go over it and read it for yourselves. I'm personally, this autopsy is indeterminate, undetermined rather. We can't do that with that. We can't do that with that. Now, all they did was kind of go over what happened and then the discoloration. Yeah, undetermined. I will go over this right quick. The dissection of the back of the head during the layered posterior neck dissection revealed a 12 by 8 inch focal area of red discoloration in the deep, soft tissues overlying the occipital bone. The etiology of this finding is unclear. There are no lacerations of the overlying skin, nor fractures of the underlying skull. So with that, it's hard to say that he got hit with a blunt object, one that would be significant enough to cause some damage, to take someone's life, because that type of impact would result in a skull fracture. So what else could have caused this red discoloration? Or deep soft tissues, like muscle tissue. Because if you don't have any skull fractures, it's even harder to say that was a direct blunt hit to the back of the head. It would make sense, but if you don't have any skull fractures, it's a pooling of blood. The pooling of color was probably due to the autopsy table. Yeah, because they put the head on the bar, right? It's like a little. You got the table, and then there's like this raised portion where you have the head, and it kind of rests the back of the neck on it. And so that could have just been what caused the bruising of the deep soft tissues. That's your muscle. But there was no scratches on the overlaying skin and no fractures of the skull. Has there been a toxicology? Because this one didn't do a toxicology report. They didn't do any toxicology with this. See, toxicology was not performed. So if he had anything in the system, that's what you want to do to determine it. But this is just saying that there was a bruising in the muscle tissue in that area. These findings are inconclusive for perimortem injury due to both the extensive decomposition and the absence of associated injuries. Exactly. Associated injuries being a skull fracture or a laceration where the skin was torn open. So you have the bruising plus other, injuries done in that same area that could be more conclusive towards blunt force trauma to the head. Does that make sense? Hit the phone. Isolated alone, this discoloration, the red discoloration of deep soft tissues does not line up to what you expect to see with blunt force trauma. Does that make sense? So the amount of energy it takes to kill someone with blunt force trauma to the head would require for you to have enough energy to crack the skull. There will definitely be skull fractures. Why not? This is the independent one. I hope the medical examiner did one. This is the independent one that Ben Crump, somebody paid for it. Which one paid for this? Tyler Perry, I think. One of them. What's his name? Colin Kaepernick. He paid for this. And I think Tyler Perry paid for the funeral. Why he didn't do a toxicology, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I would think you would want that done if you just want to be thorough. The medical examiner did it. It's not back yet. Okay, but I mean, if the second independent person wanted to do it, they should have. I don't know why they didn't. Even if they just use some tissue sample to see what's going on with it, but I don't think water in the lungs is an issue. He was out in the ocean for a long time. Yeah, toxicology takes 6 weeks at least. Oh, okay. I think so too. I'd be shocked. They surely got to do one. Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna pay for it, Colin Kaepernick paid for this. Go ahead and do everything. Just do it all. And if nothing else, it corroborates what the medical examiner did. Right? It will support the initial autopsy, but to not do it, I don't. That's weird. Like, okay, we spend all this money, you can't do this. Histology, submitted. Toxicology not performed. So I, I don't know. But that's for that one issue here. And then I think the medical examiner kept parts of the internal organs regarding the throat. This finding, however, is significant enough to be highlighted in this preliminary report for further investigation. It is important to reiterate that this finding could not have been observed in the first autopsy because the posterior head and neck dissections were not performed. Another limitation, the dissections were not performed. Okay. Another limitation faced by this forensic pathologist was the absence of the anterior internal neck structures, tracheal and laryngeal cartilages, thyroid horn, and hyoid bone were not received with the body. So the initial ME kept this. Now, perhaps there was something done as far as damage to that. That'd be only on the ME report. Or maybe will the ME send that to the second examiner once they're done, or what? Are they just gonna preserve it? How does that go? You hear me talking? You hear me? I'm talking. Can y'all hear me? Hit the phone. Rasheen Carter is the one I can't figure out, and Crump screwed that one up so bad we'll never know. Yeah, yep. Okay, cool. So this is the thing here. If anything occurred that was nefarious, hypothetically, right? And you're talking about a quick, like you're trying to imagine how long it may have took for him to go into distress to lead to death. The ME keeping the tracheal, laryngeal cartilages, thyroid horn, and I can pull up these pieces so y'all can see what that looks like tracheal, laryngeal cartilages in the throat. So we can look at that anatomically so y'all can see what that is. Yeah, hold on. Man, okay. So y'all can see what this look like. I don't know if is that a little blurry. Y'all see that thyroid cartilage? This right here is like the main piece over the throat, right there. Let's say he has some direct blow to that. That's gonna cut off air supply quick because this leads down into the trachea. That's your windpipe. It's where air flows to your lungs. So if that is being kept by the ME, it could be where there was some bruising or scarring or anything of that cartilage. Cartilage is not bone, but it's not muscle. It's just kind of, it's tough. It's designed to be tough, but because we have our vocal box, it vibrates. It's supposed to be a little bit flexible too. You have to give significant energy to that to even sever that, or just, you can break a trachea, break someone's, vocal box and do damage to it. But that's something the ME probably saw it with some disruption to this to keep it. That's not normal. I'm just gonna keep the tracheal, the thyroid cartilage. Like that's not normal. Does that make sense? So it's like if anything occurred, it's more than just a drowning. Even for like victims who die of drowning, they don't just keep, parts of your vocal box. They just don't. Parts like this, they don't just keep that. There obviously was some disruption to it that was significant for the ME to keep it. Does that make sense? This is not, yeah, let's just keep the thyroid cartilage and we're gonna put it in a jar. Like, no, they don't just keep stuff like that for a reason, for no reason. It had to be a reason. And the thyroid horn, that was tracheal and laryngeal cartilages. Hold on. Thyroid horn, hyoid bone up here. Then the thyroid cartilage. And what else was it? The thyroid horn. I don't see the horn label. Oh, let me put in thyroid horn so we can know what that looked like. All right, can y'all see that? This is the thyroid. Horn, inferior horn. Y'all see that superior horn, inferior horn? This right here. So this piece here. This piece right here. Where you see superior, inferior, this whole piece. We kept this. Plus this portion here. That's not something the ME is just gonna take out and keep unless there's some damage to it, significant damage. So for them to keep this, if anything occurred nefarious, it would be to this thyroid, the cartilage, the thyroid horn, and that bone. That's mostly your trachea area. If he was like punched in the throat, or someone got a blow to the throat like that, of course, this could be collapsed and shattered and broken. That cartilage can tear. And then, of course, you'll see some bruising around the membranes, maybe some disconnection from the bone itself. That's something that the ME taking that out and keeping it for further research means that anything that occurred would have occurred to that area. Yeah, was he an organ donor? You can't donate that. If he was an organ donor, it's like, kidney, bladder, or something like that. This is not something you just donate. I've never heard of a thyroid horn transplant. Can he donate lungs? Can Yeah, lung transplant. You have a lung transplant. I could believe maybe that he was pushed overboard. He accidentally drowned. I doubt we're going to see strangulation or deliberate blunt force trauma. I don't think there was any blunt force trauma to the head. And them keeping that could be where they're looking to see if there was some disruption in that area, what it is and what the cause of it would be. But the fact that they kept it is significant. Now, just drowning is not going to cause them to want to keep that, those specific, body parts that they named here. Because you really can't, you can't put this in somebody else. The way it's made and created to your trachea, your vocal cords, and all of that, you can't just take those little pieces out and put that in another body. That's not how that works. So for them to keep this, was obviously some damage done to this. And you all can see what that looks like right here. That superior, inferior horn, this horn piece, you can't just take that out and transplant it into someone else. So if there is some disruption with it, breaks, fracture, any of that, it's not normal to see that in a normal, healthy male. Play sports, stuff like that. You're not gonna see that type of just wear and tear on parts like this. That's the only way you have some damage done to this is if damage is done to it. Now, if he had strangulations, that would be, you would see discoloration and marks and stuff on the neck too. They didn't notate that. So I don't think it was strangulation. And I'm just giving a scenario based on what we're looking at anatomically. If this is damage, it's because there's some damage done to it, not necessarily strangulation. So that's why I want to see the ME report, because this isn't normal for this to be kept by the ME. Because typically, what are you gonna do with your throat? Does that make sense? He was a swimmer too, so he knew how to swim. I thank God for that. Look, I tell my boys, y'all, if you can't tread water, you can't swim. I took swimming classes in college, and that was the first thing we had to tackle: treading water. If you can tread water, you can learn how to float. You could probably last a couple more days in the ocean if you needed to. But if you can't tread water, you cannot swim. So if he was a strong swimmer, there's, even with that, you're not going to incur any damage to this area of the body, to this portion of the throat like this, simply by swimming and drowning. Unless they say a sea turtle came and slammed them in the throat. Sea turtle came and it plucked the, like that. I mean, it has to have some trauma to it. And we're looking at the body parts they're naming that she kept, that the ME kept. At the end, the ME is a woman, right? So you got tracheal, laryngeal cartilages. Let me pull that back up again so y'all can see that close up. There's no way to we're gonna take this out and put it in another human. Nah, not this. Y'all see how these pieces, man, these things are small. You'd be amazed how certain organs of your body are real small and think insignificant. But for this to be kept, there has to be some damage to it, because otherwise they don't. ME doesn't just keep stuff like that. They ain't gonna keep your thyroid horn. It's not something they keep. That's something that was of note. Now, they did not mention any trauma to the overlaying skin of the throat. I don't think. Hold on, I could be wrong. It is assumed that the initial pathologist retained these structures for additional evaluation. The retention of the anterior neck structures during an initial autopsy is common forensic pathology practice. Neck structure. Yes, in the throat. Nevertheless, posterior neck dissection performed without review of the anterior neck structures is incomplete. Cannot rule out injury to the neck as a contributor or cause of death. This pathology cannot rule out. We're not keeping that thyroid part. The neck, yeah. Next something back here. The front here. Nah, she kept these pieces for a reason. But he didn't say anything about the overlaying skin on top of it. That's what I don't. Do y'all see that here? I don't see anything about the overlaying skin, like any discoloration on the overlaying skin on right in front of those internal pieces. I don't see anything like that. Why was that not noted? If it was, even if it's dissected, you should still. If it's bruised, you will see bruising. It's just so. Hold on. I'm trying to see why isn't there anything on the overlaying skin of the neck? Anterior internal neck structures absent, not received of the body. Posterior head, posterior neck dissections, no fractures, no evidence of deep tissue injury. What about the skin? Real. See, overlaying skin. I'm trying to find that over the neck. Y'all see that? I don't see it. Another limitation faced by this forensic pathologist was the absence of the anterior internal neck structures. Didn't say anything about the overlaying skin. The tracheal and laryngeal cartilages, thyroid horn, and hyoid bone will not receive with the body as assumed the initial pathology retained the structure for additional evaluation. The retention of the anterior neck structures during initial autopsy is common forensic pathology practice. Nevertheless, a posterior neck dissection performed without review of the anterior neck structures is incomplete. They didn't say anything about the skin over the neck. What? Why? So here's the thing: if you have strangulation, you have discoloration and scarring of the neck. Am I missing it? Am I missing it? Are y'all seeing this? Like I don't see anything where they're describing the overlaying skin. Johnny, you see anything about that? I don't see anything where they speak about the overlaying skin itself to determine if it was discolored. On the front, I don't see anything on the front. They talk about the underlying skull. So this is the overlying skin had no lacerations of the overlying skin, nor fractures of the underlying skull. After they go into the red discoloration, they don't say anything about the neck. What if you was putting a headlock? I mean, this is like we wouldn't be able to. Maybe I'm missing it. Lastly, in cases where death has occurred in or around a body of water with suspicion of drowning, it is important to confirm how that person entered the water. This information is especially important for those deaths of persons who can swim, as is the case with Nolan Wells. At the time this report, the forensic pathologist does not know the condition of Nolan Wells, um, such as him being conscious or unconscious, forced or unforced, before entering the water. Definitive circumstances of death are required to determine manner of death. For these reasons, the pathologist cannot rule out if any intervening non-accidental factors contributed to or caused the death of Nolan Wells. With the following questions still outstanding, what were the circumstances that led to Nolan Xavier Wells entering the water? What was the body position when found? Was there water in the airway? Is there any evidence of injuries to the anterior neck structures? That's what I'm saying. They didn't even say anything about the skin. So what if he was strangulated? I mean, none of this is here. So it'll be in the ME report. Does that make sense? They kept their voice, kept out specific parts of this thyroid for a reason. Because I'm telling y'all, that's not something they don't do with that. They'll keep the neck. With your vocal box? Oh God, hold on. I want to go back to this because I'm just like, of all things to keep, what else was kept? Did they keep the brain or something? Makes sense to keep a brain. Okay, let me go back over here so y'all can see this. Because to me, I'm like, they kept this for a reason. So if they didn't even say anything, he couldn't say anything about the overlying skin above the trachea itself. How do we know he wasn't strangulated? Can y'all see this photo? So you got the thyroid cartilage, laryngeal prominence. This right here, this whole thing here. Oh God. Hold on, I'm trying to expand it where y'all can see the bottom. Okay, here's the right lateral view. Right here. Thyroid cartilage right here. This stuff is like this, man. This is right above. This is like right near your epiglottis. A couple of those pieces are right near the epiglottis in the throat. That thyroid cartilage is like this big piece here. Oh God. Actually, this is not too bad. I like this one. Hold on. What is the deal? Seriously. No. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Y'all look, y'all can see the tracheal cartilages right here. This stuff, this is all part of like that vocal box area. Is right here. They don't keep this stuff like that. There's something wrong with it. And he didn't say anything about the skin over it. This is crazy. Y'all see it now? When you look at this, you're like, this is the stuff that they kept out of his body. And you're talking about like if someone were to strangulate, you know, that's what would be bruised up, and I would expect the skin to be discolored on top of that. But I don't even see where they even mention that. They don't see anything where they mention the skin discoloration, none of that. They don't even say anything about it. But this is something that's going to be disrupted if you are being choked. Like, you being choked up, or someone just pop you in the throat and, crush it in or something like that. That we don't even know because it's not there. And they didn't say anything about the overlaying skin on top of it. What if he was putting a headlock, man? And they crushed it. I don't know who. How many people was out there at the beach? This is so weird. These are questions I ask myself. This is why when I read stuff like this, I'm a nerd, y'all. I'm just gonna look up the body parts and look up the structure of it to make sense of it. Because to me, it's like that's not something that they would, they hanging on to this stuff for a reason. Look where it is in the human body. Y'all see this thyroid cartilage right here? You got the tongue. That's the tongue. And back here is where that cartilage is. This goes right above your trachea. That leads to your windpipe. And then you have the esophagus that go down in your stomach. So you can imagine, like, if this is damaged, it's because there was some force to it, some trauma to it. That's going to cut off your air supply. Will they keep that if he drowned? This is crazy. Let me see. Let me look it up. Would they keep these parts if he drowned? Like what to expect, as far as any damage to this if he drowned? Okay, y'all see this information here? Okay, y'all see this here? So, thyroid cartilage damage and drowning. In drowning, the thyroid cartilage can sustain fractures or comminution due to the biomechanical forces of neck compression during asphyxial struggle. While drowning itself is preliminary respiratory cause of death, the process often involves neck compression from the victim's own head or body or from external forces, which can damage the laryngeal structures, including the thyroid cartilage. Because I wanted to be accurate in this. Mechanisms of injury when a person drowns, especially in cases of incomplete hanging, resuscitation attempts, or violent asphyxial events. The neck is subjected to sustained or repeated compression. This can cause fractures at the bases of the superior horns. Y'all see that? Of the thyroid cartilage. Biomechanical studies show that such forces can lead to ossification of the cartilage in older individuals, making fractures more visible on radiographs. He was like 20. Histological findings, autopsy studies of victims with asphyxial neck compression, including drowning-related cases, reveal that fractured superior horns may show retraction of cartilage fragments with invagination of the periochondrium, contraction bands, and necrosis in the surrounding tissue, hemorrhages and fibrin deposition in cases of prolonged death struggle, and leukocytic reaction in some instances. So there you go, right there. They probably trying to determine if it was drowning or if it was something that caused like a traumatic, like they said here. where there's some external force to it, and then he also sustained drowning. They're the ME, so they'll be able to determine the difference. So how do you know if someone's strangled, and let's say they don't die, but you strangle someone, you choke them out, they pass out, and then you throw them in water and then they drown? My question would be, how would you know what damages are incurred between that external situation versus the drowning situation? What would be the differences in the damage to these same components of the throat? That's what I would ask. So if he got put in the chokehold, I'm just throwing out a scenario. He got put in the chokehold. Mostly the same damage is done is going to be similar to that of drowning. But if he got put in the chokehold and thrown in the water, and let's say he was alive, but he was just unconscious, then how much damage should we expect to see if he drowned? And what would be the difference between the damage he incurred from being put in the chokehold? Does that make sense? That to me, that's what I'm thinking. So you can rule out, based on the damages you expect to see, whether it was something external plus drowning or just drowning. That's what the ME is going to do. You understand? I just found this. Yes, though rare, severe pressure from forceful retching or vomiting can cause non-traumatic stress, fractures, or injuries to throat structures like the hyoid bone and laryngeal cartilage. Thank you. Yeah. So if he was vomiting before he, ended up in the water from being drunk, who knows? They would be able to tell like how much, like, because then they would be able to determine it was some signs of that vomiting done in the esophagus as well, because that's coming about the stomach. Keep the lungs and don't know if he took on water, or do they know he didn't take on water and cut the lungs for such reasons? I don't know. Did they keep the lungs? The lungs weren't there either. Rib exposure, dissection, or fractures. No evidence of deep tissue injury. Did they keep the lungs? Okay, hold on. These procedures included facial dissection, posterior head and neck dissection, dissection of the ribs, pelvic dissection, subcutaneous and deep soft tissue dissection of the back, buttocks, arms, and legs. Did I miss that? Did they keep the lungs? Red discoloration was back here. Yeah. The neck structures here were absent. All this gone. Lord, this is so weird. I don't see what they wouldn't they have like a list of organs they kept. Other than that, yeah, organs removed, accompanying the body in the body cavity. So if she has a lung, she'll be able to determine, water, and if it was in the lungs or not, right? I don't know if it was a chokehold or foot on the neck situation. It's crazy for them to keep that. Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing. I would want them to tell the difference. Like the ME report needs to distinguish how much damage was caused from possible drowning, if that be the case, and how much damage was done external from like external forces, a blunt force trauma to the neck area, or they need to be able to differentiate that and to say, if it was 100% of drowning, here's the damage done, and here's how it's consistent with other cases with drownings. If it's he incurred some of these damages done before he got in the water, because they'll be able to determine the injuries incurred before and after death. So if he has some damages done while he was alive, that those damages are going to be it's going to be a variation of that, how that looks post mortem. But she should be able to decipher like how much, external force was caused versus what was damaged during drowning. And if he, let's say, add in vomiting, now you're talking about, there should be some evidence that, you know, uh, yeah, he vomited. It will be in the esophageal area, but there's still be some evidence of that. And if if the ME does a toxicology report, I don't know what he was found on July 7th, 3 days later. When was he found? Johnny, you know the date. When was he found? What date was he found? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can tell injuries that someone incurred before they were deceased versus post mortem. So, if he drowned and someone went out there and kicked in the throat, and he was already dead, then they will be able to tell that. But that person still will be charged with tampering with a body. This is crazy. Wow. Jesus Christ. I would not wish this on anybody. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm a mother. I would not wish this stuff on anyone. This got to be the worst. I mean, good grief. So I would not wish this on anybody. And this kind of stuff like this, cases like this is so hard. It's so hard to report on because you got a lot of external energy going on around it where I'm like, look, I want to stick to the facts. That's why we're looking up information. My live streams on this is not going to be salacious. It's going to be informative, if anything. It won't be salacious. Because at least when we see the ME report, once they release it, then we'll kind of understand, what we're looking at and stuff like that. So I think they did keep the lungs. She'll be able to determine if it was water in the lungs, in the lung tissue. This is so crazy. I was not expecting this. With it keeping parts of his throat area. Good grief. The grand jury is going to be able to also do subpoenas, so you all can understand what to expect. Since they're putting this before a grand jury, of course, in Jackson County, Mississippi, it's standard procedure for suspicious or unnatural deaths. The grand jury is a panel of citizens who examine evidence provided by prosecutors and decide whether there is probable cause to pursue criminal charges. This does not automatically imply criminality activity or criminal activity has been identified. It is a legal step to ensure an independent review of the investigation before any charges are filed. So the grand jury will review the completed investigation. Once Jackson County Sheriff's Office finishes gathering evidence, cell phone evidence, of course, from everybody. Both family legal team and prosecutors are conducting a joint forensic review of Wells' phone to ensure transparency and accuracy, including attempts to recover deleted messages. FYI, just because you think you deleted text messages does not mean they cannot be retrieved. They're on a server somewhere. They always get recovered. You can't make this up. People still try this nowadays. Let me go ahead and delete all these text messages because somebody died in my house. Like, what you mean? Yeah, good luck to that. Like they can, forensic specialists can retrieve it. It's that simple. Let's see here. And then anyone else like the cell phone data for geoposition, to make sure that if you say you were here at this specific date and time, then you had your cell phone on you, then those coordinates should confirm that. They can plot a person's, travel path using their cell phone. As long as they have the coordinates with the date and time stamps, they can plot your whole travel path, the way you went, even out there on that boat. Because he was able to get some reception to call somebody. So it's not like there's no reception at all. People out there have reception. People out there live streaming. Then you have photos and videos made where videos and photos electronically come with a date and time stamp as well. And you can get coordinates. You can actually take photos of stuff and then put down a location, on that on the photo. So that's something that can be done. So let me see. What else they are able to do? Witness statements. Oh, sorry. Look myself up. Witness statements. Investigators are collecting accounts from people present on Horn Island and others with relevant information, with the grand jury reviewing these testimonies to access credibility and relevance. Independent autopsy results. It was undetermined. I don't know what more can be done with that. It was undetermined, except the discoloration in the back of the head. So they got to get the ME's results. Family and legal team involvement. Significant. So what the grand jury will be able to do, they have subpoena power. They can subpoena whatever is needed with prosecutors and make sure they get, subpoena out. And then they can formally indict if there is sufficient evidence to hold a criminal charge. And then they'll go from there. So I'd rather have a grand jury than to rely solely on a prosecutor or the prosecutor's office to do it. Because then, at the very least, the grand jury is no different than any other jury. They're going to pick out, a jury of your peers, come in, look at the evidence, do all that. And I believe Mississippi has a 12-member jury. I believe so. So they'll be able to determine based on the evidence and the law what is appropriate. And this most independent way you can do that without it having any sway from prosecutors or defendants or the public. I mean, you want people that are going to go in and be impartial and do this. And, they can subpoena what's necessary for them to help determine if charges should be pursued. Does that make sense? And that's what you want. Just want it done the right way. And when everybody has their opinion with the Ben Crump and Al Sharpton, I don't keep up with them. That if you do, it's all good. I just stuff like that. It brings in too much politics. That's how I see it. Because I'd rather look at the science of it. I'd rather look at, what the grand jury is able to do. I want to see the ME report. Because to me, that helps me to understand what's going on. And it's based on straight facts and evidence. It's not based on, all that external stuff. I wish the parents would, at the very least, do whatever they can to take care of their kids and help the public understand that certain things just don't need to be released right now. That ME report needs to be shown to that grand jury. You don't want to taint the jury. You don't want to do that. And then you give somebody a heads up. If somebody is feeling guilty about something, you give them a heads up, then they're going to skip town. Don't want nobody running. Does that make sense? One done the right way. Oh, welcome back, Gil. How you doing? Just came in for a quick hello before beach day with my daughter. Go have some fun with your daughter. Have a good day. Have a good day. Grand jury, a secret and generally made up of a bunch of the same old. You say it's the same old people. People don't realize this, but I assure you, no one gets chosen for a grand jury duty. What you say now? No, Bella said, yeah, it's gonna have to be no race baiting thing. It's not. It's this young man lost his life. He lost his life. You just hate to hear it. Period. As a mom and just as a human being, especially when it's this, you know, mysterious. Like what happened? I wish there were cameras on boats. Hopefully, after this, maybe the parents can push for Congress to pass laws that all boats require cameras. Because otherwise, this is ridiculous. It should not be this difficult with all this technology we have. That boat had no camera on it. So maybe they can push for that. Nolan Wells' law. All boats must come with a camera. And a way to easily find information, coordinates that you would need in the event of an emergency. The young man lost his life. I'm not making this racially motivated. I'm not doing any of that. Hell no. Because it's not necessary. He had a lot of potential. He seemed to be very smart. He shouldn't have been underage drinking. I will say that about anybody. But that's never a reason for this young man to lose his life and then for it to be this damn mysterious. And you can barely get information to determine what the heck happened because you're out there in the water. So, yeah, I think his family need to push for laws where boats are now required to have cameras, at least one camera, where it can see the majority of activity on the boat. Because people are scouting for photos and videos. This is so crazy. If they had cameras, yeah, a lot of the stuff would be, the whole race baiting thing, he moved. Because now you got cameras. Now you can see what happened. This makes no sense. We're slowing down audios where we're having to hear people in the background talking. But if it was a mandate for that camera, on the boat for safety precaution, information where you can find your coordinates, information where you can give a description of the boat if you're in an emergency situation. That would have made the assistance process a lot better, a lot more smooth. So that's where we are, man. This is real life right here. This is so unfortunate. How old was he? He was 18. He was 18, getting drunk. If you're under 21, don't drink alcohol. Okay? Don't drink alcohol in the water. Don't go out to no ocean above 30 feet of water and you're drinking alcohol. You've been drinking. No drinking. Teach your kids that. Don't do that. Man, this sucks. My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out because my son's turning 18. So my heart goes out to his mother, his father, his family, his siblings, his friends, everybody that loved him and cared about him. Because this is so ridiculous. It wasn't like he was out here doing drugs and running from the cops and breaking in doors or something. He was out there at the beach. This is ridiculous. So you guys, keep his family in your prayers. Keep everybody in your prayers. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been something else, man. Never, ever, ever go out there drunk like that. It's a very sad situation indeed. I just, we gonna stick to the facts over here and the information over here. Hopefully, you guys found informative. Looking at anatomical structures of the neck, so people can understand why they kept it and what they're looking for. I think they are probably going to try to determine if there was, any, if he was strangulated or if he was put in a chokehold or if, someone punched him in the throat or stopped him in the throat. Hopefully they can determine if he was just drowned, if he just drowned, or if he was forcefully drowned. Hopefully all of that can be determined with the ME. We're waiting for it. All right. So y'all don't get on. Don't listen. 18 to 21, it does not mean just because you're a legal adult does not mean you have the right to go drink alcohol and get drunk at 21 and you're not 21. Don't do it. Don't do it. School's about to start soon. This is unfortunate. So y'all be good. We got another watch party this evening. Or am I doing that today? Am I doing that? I guess so. Erica Kirk she did something. Was it women's conference, something like that? So we're gonna get to that. Y'all, if you can't tune in, if not, I appreciate you all. We're gonna do more updates as we hear it, as it comes out. I'm waiting on this Emmy report, and I am glad you guys were able to tune in. Hit that like button for me. We like to learn here, so the information I presented, it doesn't come with all the bells and whistles. It's not salacious, and I'm not race baiting, and I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm just going to read this information so y'all can understand what's happening, from at least this anatomical perspective, and as well as regarding the grand jury and the evidence that comes out. We'll be keeping updates going for that. All right. Hit the like button to hype this video up once it's concluded. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for Betty Freddy for the 440 jewels. Uncle There you go. Here's some information here with Substack. If you guys want to check out Brandon Tatum's interview he did with Warren, make sure you go check that out here. Shout out to Mindy for that. Just V sent me 2 jewels, Civil Star. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. And there's some information on the this is the link to the actual independent autopsy from Ben Crump. All right. So you guys be good. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.